Hey y'all, this your girl, Lady V. I'm coming to y'all on a recorded podcast, A Long Walk in High Heels. This is a podcast for women and the men who care about women's issues. So tonight is kind of special. I got my two good eggs with me. Yay! I'm gonna let I want to like quick introduction, then I'm gonna let them introduce themselves. So I keep telling y'all I was like a teen mom. I had my first child when I was 15. Um, no regrets behind that. I had my second child when I was 20. So I was a young mom, and I've said it before, and I'll keep saying it. I know I didn't do the best, but I did the best with what I knew. You know what I mean? And as a young parent, you don't always have the tools to do all that you should be doing. I did what I could. So right now, I'm gonna introduce no, I'm gonna introduce my daughter, the oldest, and she's gonna go ahead and pop herself in. Go ahead.
I thought you was introducing me.
You introducing
I am
yourself.
C Marie the One. You can follow me on everything C Marie the One. I am the host of Living Room Convo podcast on Spotify, iTunes, and whatever else you can find it.
Okay. So that is my daughter, Courtney. And she is, I'm going to tell you, Courtney has truly inspired me. Let me say this real quick. And then we're going to get to this amazing son. Let me tell you, Courtney has truly, truly inspired me because Courtney is my child who has done everything she said she would do. She's like, I want a clothing line. She made clothes. I want a podcast. She got a podcast. I want to be what did you call it? What you used to do with the parties? A
A
promoter.
promoter.
She wanted to promote. She used to host parties and like she is my kid who go after everything. If she think it, like this is what I want to do, she's gonna do it. So I just want to say Courtney has always been. I had to realize it, but she's been an inspiration to me. So next up
Hmm.
is the man of the family,
He a chump. No.
my son. You want to come on, jump in here? Introduce yourself.
Cortez, I'm the son.
So Cortez is going to be a little ornery. He is so. Let me tell you a little bit about my son. Cortez is my critical thinker. I think that's a good way to describe him. He's my critical thinker. He is the one he can read a book and then he can tell you like the history of the town of the book. You know, he watch a movie and I'm usually like, okay, so Cortez, tell me, I was with this and that. He was like, no, because did you see the symbolism with the thing on the wall? I didn't even see the thing on the wall. So it's like that with him. So anyway, I wanted to bring my kids on. I knew I was gonna bring them on. Didn't know when. I just kind of bum rushed them tonight to say, you know what, we out here. And then just so happened it was gonna be just me and Courtney. And then just so happened Cortez came up. So we out here. So what we going to tonight? Y'all want to talk about us? Let's talk about the family. I always tell people that I was a teenage mom and I don't really want y'all to tell all my business, but I don't want you to like sugarcoat stuff either. So
We
first
don't
I'm gonna
know
let
all your
it's
business.
hands. No, you don't know all my business, but Courtney,
I'm sure we didn't know all her business. The whole point of the conversation that we didn't know all your business, and you ain't want us to know all your business.
no parent would want their kids to know all of their business.
But it helps your kids to know you better, I feel like.
I think you know what? I think what you do know about me helps you know me better.
To a degree.
And I don't mind answering questions though.
That's true.
Don't mind answering questions, but I absolutely don't feel like it's for me to vomit everything out to y'all either. You know,
I
some things are meant to be mine. I think.
mm,
You know, that's
mm,
what I think.
I to a degree. I will say that the trip that we did, they helped me to like it helped me to look at you different in a more positive way until I understand you
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of your ways, the ways that you think, the ways that you move. So I am grateful for that. I honestly don't need to know everything because I mean I'm the same way. It's some stuff I don't feel you need to know,
Yeah, but
and not in a bad way, but it's just like you know what I mean.
I don't think we are a trio with secrets. You know what I mean? Like, even though you don't share
I don't know,
everything,
Tez. You know what I'm saying?
no, I think he has secrets though. So I think it is a difference between sharing and holding
Being
and
secret.
being secretive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do think it's a difference. So I don't
Yeah.
think we're a trio of secrets. I just think we share the things we want to share. If it's something about you that I want to know, Courtney, I'll ask. You know what I mean? In the same way with Tez, I'll ask.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We need to know. We'll tell.
right.
Yeah.
And when you want, I always believe if we tell the things we want somebody to know.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
know what I mean? I believe that. So one thing I do want to do, because I'm not going to be remiss to not do it, is that Courtney is married and Courtney's spouse is sitting here, and we're going to introduce her too.
What a wife.
Because I did say her, so I didn't kind of let the cat out of the bag. Not that the cat was in the bag, but Courtney, you want to introduce your wife?
She can introduce
You
herself.
kind of introduced her. You put it out there, so now
This
she
how
can,
we get down, y'all.
she can say,
She's
"Hey, this is who I am."
yeah. Come on.
I gotta come up.
Is it?
Hi, I'm with Anna. I'm the spouse.
Okay. So hi, I'm the spouse.
BKA Cakes, BKA Miss Cakes Creations.
Chef
What else?
Cake.
Chef Cakes.
Yes.
All of that good stuff.
So
Cakes.
Cake.
No,
Cake.
BK. What?
BKA, better known
Better known
as.
Oh,
uh,
that's
You're
creative.
supposed to be the real smart.
hey,
You know,
also
that's
known as.
yeah. Never
Okay.
heard. Yeah.
Oh.
So we're learning something. That's cool. That's cool.
Oh,
I'll tell you.
That was actually
That's-
sent to me though, because I am better known.
Better known as.
I am better known
Okay.
as Cake. So
Okay.
BKA was best for me.
Okay. So we are. This is what we do, y'all. I wanted to like capture this, but I wanted to like bring my kids on to talk to see if like, cause you know me, I don't mind. I don't air my dirty laundry. I don't do that. But I don't mind sharing. So what we gonna talk about? What we
You
gonna?
don't air your dirty laundry,
No,
but you
we're
don't
not.
mind sharing.
I don't. No. Because it's a difference. I do think it's a. I don't like.
Just freely
Yeah.
vomit all your
Yeah.
business.
Okay, so Courtney, let's talk about some of your podcasts.
Oh.
Some of the things that you're doing. Tell me some of the things that you're doing.
Some of the things that I'm doing, well, I do have a podcast.
What's the name of your podcast?
Living Room Combo. I already said
Living Room Combo.
Living Room Combo.
the link is gonna be in the description.
The link will be in the description box.
Yes.
Okay, so tell me, what is the Living Room?
It's a podcast about everything that you want, everything that you can sit and talk about in the comfort of your home. Put in the podcast. Podcasts are more enjoyable though because you do have the freedom to speak freely, more freely than on like a broadcasted radio station. So it's pretty cool. But Living Room Combo is just how we sit in the living room and we hold our conversations as a family. And it's just sharing that with other people and making them feel like family and having them same conversations openly
Okay.
with no judgment. Is judgment free. Is just be respectful. That's it.
I like it.
Living Room Combo.
What else you got going on? Cause you listen. When I say Courtney is my daughter that will do whatever comes to her mind, Courtney has her hand in a lot. You say you got your hands in fires or something.
Multiple fires, got a hand in a lot of fires.
Yeah.
Oh,
So what else you got going on?
I've never heard that. I thought it was like multiple baskets or something. Yeah. I ain't got no wrist. I can't do nothing. I'm holding the mic like this.
What else you got going on?
I have a clothing line called Uniquely Sauced Apparel Brand.
And okay, so can you talk about Uniquely Sauce, because you ran across that and somebody tried to type in UNI legally
No, it's you.
uniquely, and it ain't gonna come up like this. I'm
It's funny. Unique.
It's a conversation.
It's a. It's the Yeah, see, living room combo. Uniquely sauced is just. I mean, I don't really know how to explain. It is a first of all, it's a custom line, so it's not all my pieces are like one of one. You will never see the same piece twice. So whatever you buy, you don't have to worry about seeing anybody else in it because there's only one. There's the only one. You got one, and all of them are made in three. So that's the point of uniquely so. Well, that's the gist of it is that it's one of one.
okay.
But the idea behind it is that you can stand out individually through fashion because I love fashion. So I made it uniquely and it's spelled like YOU and uniquely just put together. Um so that you get the feeling of being of embracing like just the fact that it's a one of one piece and you can embrace who you are through fashion. So it's like uniquely sauced apparel brand. You just I don't know, it's hard to explain. You just gotta see the pieces.
For you.
Unique pieces for you. That's yeah. There you see.
Like the line right there.
The brother
Unique pieces for you.
tapping in.
Man, you were struggling. I was like,
Yeah, because I was trying to explain it like it's just easier when you see it. So you're like, yeah. But that's the gist behind that. And it's actually
that's what that was about. But
yeah,
I don't think I've like ever consciously thought like why did she spell it like that. But I did know that you spelled it
YOU
yeah
and like
unique
that.
way. But
Yeah.
now I know it's like oh okay that's
Yeah, uniquely sauce. So it's just for you to embrace who you are through fashion. Even if you're not really like one of those like fashionista or heavy on fashion type people. Some people just like pieces when they see it, like, oh, I like that. But you know, even if that's the case. So off of that is I'm building a brand. I have fragrance line that I'm working on. You still gonna help me with the fragrance line, right?
I was gonna look up
Okay, so Cortez and Courtney are into fashion. Courtney's into fashion, and Cortez has got this obsession almost for fragrances.
I like fragrances
Almost,
too.
I know, but like he
You got it from me.
okay. So here's the thing, yeah. This whole sibling thing that we having going on, if you haven't heard it tonight, just this little bit of time, it is real. So he can, like she when she was describing uniquely sauce and he jumped in, then he jumped in. So then when I talked about the Cortez's obsession, Courtney's like, he got it from me. I like it too. It's like that. That's what we do. That's what they do. That's what they do mostly.
Yeah, because Ted's being Ted. This was my first best friend. Me and him spent a lot of time together when we was little. All he liked to mention is when I beat him up. But we had great moments when we was little. I did more than beat you up.
thing. Me if I
You did.
just want to slide that,
Mm,
but
I ain't think about it like that, but since you mentioned it like that, I
like 14.
yeah,
That's true.
yeah.
As soon as I got
So I really want to get back to the fragrance stuff,
Uh,
Tess.
I mean, I like, to smell good. Actually, I don't even think I care for smelling good. I just like uh the option to smell good.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So is it true that you got your fragrance obsession from your sister?
Why I gotta be upset?
It is obsession.
Oh,
It's turning into an obsession.
Well, I don't know if I would say go so far as to say obsession. Nah, I just
You
like
know, we like to pull out the dictionary. But go ahead.
I like
no, he started liking it.
investing in my what was it called? Unique interest at the time. Um, so yes, I did get a from court. It was I think she got me the English laundry, and it was like okay, this smells good. And from there, it was like okay, I want to buy my own. cologne. I've never bought my own cologne.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I started off with a Latafa, which is a clone of Angel Shares, and it was okay.
Okay.
But then from there, it was like I realized that that was more of a winter smell, and then so it was like, okay, now I have to find something because we in Texas, so it's gonna get
Mm-hmm.
hot. So you gotta find something that's gonna smell good during when you
Sweating
sweating,
stage.
yeah,
Yeah.
sweating sticky. So from there, let me find all the summer scents. And right now, I'm kind of stuck on the Louis Vuittons, but uh, I'm realizing that I don't really care for those because you can walk past somebody. Because my thing is, I want to be able to walk past people and they be like, "Oh, that smells good."
Nice. Yeah.
So if I'm not able to walk past somebody and they would be like, "Oh, that smells," because the Louis Vuittons they project maybe like 2 feet off. You got to be up on somebody to get a compliment off that,
Okay.
and that's my entire goal. I
Okay.
want compliments.
So if you're hearing him, you're probably gonna agree with me that there's a lightweight obsession. So I'm
No,
gonna say
I
yes.
don't think it's. I
I'll
think
say
he
that.
learned about
He's learning.
colognes,
He is learning.
and most
That's what I
people
was
don't
gonna
learn
say.
about colognes. They
That's
just
what I was
wear.
gonna say. He is like I have learned from him. He's like, yeah, this is not like he'll say something, talk about a cologne that he's interested in, and he'll say it's not a projector, which means like it's not going out far enough that somebody in the room might smell it, or like he just
Linger.
said, you have to, it lingers, or you could be in two people behind somebody in line and you could smell that they got on something nice. So I do like the fact that he is learning, taking this type of interest in his, I don't know if you consider it hygiene, or it's not really hygiene, it's just because
I'm clean.
Just like that
Just when putting on.
self care.
Yeah, self care, grooming,
self-care.
grooming
So yeah,
stuff.
I think all three of us have a nice little, a healthy, um like,
Care.
yeah, like
Fragrance
for
obsession. Mm.
fragrances. So now I want to just kind of switch gears because we are all not, no one in this room is a Texas native. And yet we are all here in Texas. So let's talk about how we got here. Let's talk about it. So I came first, Mama.
I came second in 2015.
I came in
Actually,
2013.
2014, and then I went back home.
You did.
And then I came back.
You did. That is true. That is true.
Hey, you did.
2024.
And Courtney and Anna.
2014. That's when we was on Quail Ridge, right?
Correct.
Okay,
Okay. So yeah. So Courtney and Anna moved here
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
June 8th.
June 8th, 2024. So I came to Texas after my mom passed. So we are all native Cincinnatians. Let's start there. We're all native Cincinnatians. I left Cincinnati, Ohio in 2008, moved to Memphis, Tennessee. I just believe God called me there. Um, I lived in Memphis for 5 years. I went back home to Cincinnati in 2013 to take care of my mom. Her health was declining. And 7 months later, when she passed in July 24th, 2013, then my sister was like, I knew I wasn't gonna stay in Cincinnati though. I knew I couldn't. I felt like I couldn't stay. I couldn't stay where she passed at.
Yeah.
So my sister's like, come on, you always wanted to move to Texas. You always said you wanted to live in Dallas, and I did. So she was living here. My sister was living here, had been here, retired military. So I moved down here with her in Temple, Texas. Temple was nothingness. Um, so I applied for a position in Dallas. I got the position. I moved to Dallas in 2013. I think it was like October 2013. And I've been here I will say just about ever since, just because I briefly returned home to Cincinnati for almost 2 years. So, Cortez, you want to tell them about your journey? Your two-time journey?
Yeah. When I first moved down here in 2014, just wasn't working out. I couldn't find a job, couldn't find nothing going on. I was like, I can't do this. So I went back home. Great mistake. Like, I love y'all. Thank y'all for letting me live with y'all. But great mistake. Moved back down here. Been down here ever since. Uh,
Do you feel like you thrive more down here? That you've been thriving more down
uh, I guess it depends on what you say thriving. I've enjoyed my time down here. I've enjoyed, though socially, Cincinnati is better for me, but I have grown to enjoy Dallas for what it is.
Do you think what difference do you think in a person? I don't know if I'm phrasing this right. Do you think you're that you would have been a different person had you stayed in Cincinnati and not moved to Texas?
Yes.
Do you think it would have been you would have been a better person or just different?
I think my life trajectory would be, I don't know. I don't know if I'm a better person. I don't know. It's debatable.
Okay.
I don't know if I could say I would be a better person having stayed in Cincinnati, but I like who I am now.
Okay. What about you,
I
Court?
can't really compare.
What about you, Court? Let's talk about your journey in coming to Texas. Because for a long time, you was like, and you were good in Cincinnati. Like I've always told people when you meet people in different circumstances and arenas, and I'm like, yeah, I live here. I'm originally from Ohio, Cincinnati. I live here, my son lives here, and then they'll be like, oh, are you from here? And, are you from Cincinnati? I'm like, yeah, all my family is there. And then if I say I got a daughter, when I say I got a daughter, she still lives there. They're like, oh, is she moving here? And my first answer will be like, no, she said she good. So you always have said like, I'm, you never have moved to anywhere I was at, and this time you did. So what got you here, Court?
I think I was just tired of Cincinnati, to be quite honest.
Okay.
It wasn't really like it wasn't even really because y'all being here did play a part because it was it was just like we had family, but we've always been like our own little family.
Yeah.
Just me, you, and Ted. So sometimes it was lonely on holidays and stuff like that. But like I had been up there so long by myself, but like it was like okay. And then when me and Anna got together, it was like okay, but it was still like that. I was just used to what I was used to. So
Yeah.
then, but the fact that I have been here before, like I just like the vibe of Texas, even though I wasn't in Dallas when I
Right.
came when I was down here with Auntie. So it was like I used to tell her I was like I would go back. You know what I mean? Like I didn't have a particular place that I would go because all I knew was Colleen and the Cove. But I don't know. It was just something about Texas that it was like I would go back there. And
Okay.
so once I don't know, I think it took. I can't really say what it was. I just got to a point. It was like there's nothing here for me.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't nothing there for me, and I felt like I could go somewhere else and not necessarily start over, but I knew that I was starting to experience a different version of myself that I wanted to experience somewhere else.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I came down here.
I think, I ain't even think. I would definitely say I agree with you that it became a point living in Cincinnati that I knew that there was nothing there for me. Like,
Yeah, like it was like
um,
I'm here, and I was just there because that's what I knew.
Yeah.
yeah, I think the only thing that would have changed if I stayed in Cincinnati is I probably would have got somebody pregnant, and
Well.
that's quite literally.
Yeah, you'll probably be a
I
dad.
have
Yeah.
a kid. And, I would have hated that. Like,
Yeah.
I would have hated the person that I like. I don't want to be a father. I think
She wasn't feeling that way
I
then.
wasn't feeling that way then. But
Yeah.
as somebody that's 37, I know that I would
Yeah.
me being because it probably would have happened. How long have I been here? 10 years?
11.
11? So if it probably happened like a year or two, like I'd have been miserable.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Yeah.
but so at the time I would have been fake happy about it. Yeah, I'm dad. But the having to raise a kid, I don't think I'd have been a good dad. So and not being a good dad would have hurt my image of what I thought. So, to answer the question of would I have been a better person? No, I'd probably been miserable, and then being miserable would have had me acting miserable, which you know.
Well, and I'm gonna say this, and I think I may have said this to you before. I don't know, but I think that um to your point, I think that you would have changed. I think people, when things happen in your life, you move and you turn and you twist a little bit and you adjust. And I think you would have been an amazing dad.
Yeah, I do. I agree with mom on
I
that.
really do.
You are just great with
I
kids,
think
period.
but I think you who you are, because even though you say like you didn't want to be a dad, you say that now you don't want to be a dad and that stuff, and your dad wasn't
My dad
a
was the
dad,
dad.
Wasn't daddy.
right? So, but I think you would have taken that and turned that around. Like, I'm not gonna do that. I think you would have been amazing, Dad, Ted. I tell you, as I said that before.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think you would have bailed on no kid. I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think you would have been miserable
I don't
either.
think you. I don't think so.
Think I would have failed. Been in the kid's life, but I don't think me knowing who I am in a more complete fashion, I don't think that I would have ever been a good father. Like what I think a good father is, I don't think that I would have been able to live up to that standard.
Okay.
Give yourself some grace.
That has given myself some grace.
Well, a lot of people probably thought they wouldn't have been a great parent, but I mean, it ain't no.
It ain't no handbook on the being no.
Yeah, I don't. I think being a good parent is is all in what you put into it. Teach what you teach your kids, what you weren't taught, what you teach them, what you didn't see, and what you want them. Like I don't think it's a. I don't. Some people are just bad people. You know what I mean? Like you out here doing this, and then you teach your kids that. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, but overall, I think most people are they do their best being a parent.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's what it is. It ain't like a book like how to be the best mom or how to be the
Right.
best dad. You know, there's people running around. There's guys who put their sons in every sport and all of that, and then they grow up and they don't do nothing with it.
Yeah.
You know,
And they never wanted to deal with
and
it
they
in the
never
first
wanted to
place.
do it anyway. So they grew up resenting their dad, like, oh,
Yeah,
I ain't get to have fun
right.
because all I did was play sports.
Right.
So in their dad's mind, he was being the best dad ever. You know what I mean? So I think it's just all on how you view it. But I do agree with mom. I think you would be you're an amazing person. So I couldn't imagine you not being an amazing parent.
So Anna, do you want to talk about what got? Of course, you came with your wife, but did y'all like? Was that like a conversation?
Yeah.
That y'all had? Was it something you was always in agreement with, or you had to think about it? Y'all talked about it, and y'all had to.
No.
Because
talk about it.
like Courtney was just talking like, yeah, I always wanted to, and wasn't nothing in Cincinnati for me, but Courtney got a wife, and so you had to have a say too. And of course you agreed because y'all here.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was one of the places. Like initially, where was it initially?
Brian.
No, before
No,
that, I think it was Vegas and somewhere else. Like we had planned, like we had been talking about moving
Okay.
out of Cincinnati.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because just with the fact that, with my catering business and me wanting to cook and everything, it was a better opportunity. to
Yeah.
go somewhere other than being in Cincinnati.
Okay. Okay.
So in Texas, it's so huge. I can bring, my flavor anywhere down.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, it was definitely a conversation.
Okay. I have a question about that. You said that Texas is so huge, right?
Mm-hmm.
But wouldn't it be better if you have a certain flavor, about your cooking style to stay in a smaller area because you are bringing a unique experience to a smaller area as opposed to being in a bigger city where there are a bunch of different people attempting to do what you're doing?
Yeah, the good thing is though, even though it is a lot of people doing this, like not necessarily the same
That's right.
stuff,
Yeah.
you can still find different like
Your
different
thing.
foods. Yeah, you
Your
still like
thing.
there's
Yeah.
something down here for everybody.
It is.
Like no
It
matter
is.
what it is that you might have a taste for, like
Yeah.
we haven't seen anywhere down here where they have anything with like what we got back home.
Yeah.
So it's like it's all about finding your niche down here. Like I've run into places where it's like, oh, it's a jazz band that serves food from New Orleans or inspired from New Orleans, or like we've seen a lot of African food down
Yeah.
here. We've seen a lot of Korean food down here. So it's the market is down here.
Okay.
It's all about just getting
Tapping
it out
in.
there. Yeah,
Okay.
just tapping it in.
Well, I will say this. One thing before I moved to Dallas and I was living in Temple, the one thing I just constantly heard about Dallas is, and I'm saying Dallas, but when I say Dallas, I mean the Dallas Fort Worth area. And
DFW.
you have to know, you have to almost live here to know what I'm talking about. But the Dallas Fort Worth area is, they would always say it's money in Dallas. It's money in Dallas. And I just always thought like, oh, you get good paying jobs in Dallas, or like the athletes, or I really didn't like take in all that people were talking about when they say it's money in Dallas. But what they really talking about is like you, nothing really can hold you back but you here. If you got something and you want to do it, you can do it. Get that permit. They don't even hold you back from getting the permit.
Mm-mm.
Get the permit and you can do your do. Like one of the things I learned when I first moved down here is that people that do contract work, like what you can like remodeling and stuff,
Yeah.
you have a license for that. You don't have to have a license in the state of Texas to do like remodeling work. Unless something changed in the last 10 years, you did not have to have that. People they get their LLC, slap a magnet on the side of their truck and they ladder and they get busy. You in business.
Mm.
But it is money in Dallas. Like my daughter-in-law was saying, like she is starting to get her catering and her cooking off the ground. It's going well. Her name is getting out there. Say it again.
It's Cakes Creations.
Cakes
Cakes with a Z.
Creation.
Link will be in the bio.
Link will be in the
Or in the
bio.
description. We'll just
Yes,
description.
in the description. So she's starting to get her name right. She's starting to get her name out there, and like you can, if there's money in Dallas, there is money in this area. You find your niche, you get to it, and you got it. Like they say up here in the DFW, get it how you get it. So we starting to get a little tired, y'all. So we gonna get
No,
on.
we're not finished because
Okay.
would you tell us about your business?
Oh, I'm a tutor. I think I already said that. So I am an educator. I think I've said this before, but that's okay. I'll say it again. I am an educator. I taught first grade for 2 years. I did intervention pullouts for reading. That was probably some of the saddest time in my life when I realized these little kids was in the condition that they are in, which led me to tutoring. I have a tutoring business, Proverbs 22:6 Learning Center, where I offer tutoring at the very, very low cost of $1 a minute. It's
Can't
funny.
beat that.
It's funny, but it ain't because you really can't sell education. And that's just what it is. So yeah, I that's what I do. I'm a tutor and I love it. And I'm a foster parent. Y'all know that. And you know what I thought about the other day? Life is good right now for me. I like my life right now. And that was, I think I said, would rather say it more than like that than anything. I like my life right now.
That's good.
You know what I mean? So,
I have a question though.
okay.
So you were talking about the condition that these kids are in as far as reading.
Okay.
Do you think that that is a result of COVID?
No.
Really? You
No.
think that these kids would have been in the same position, COVID or not?
I think COVID did what COVID did. COVID had these kids out of school for 1 year. 1 year. One full year, I think.
Mm.
COVID did that. That doesn't have anything to do with a now first grader, does it? Because you was just being born.
I do think it changes how I. I mean, I think it was like a virus. It changes your the chemistry of it because when COVID happened, it took all the kids out, but it took the teachers out.
Mm-hmm.
So then, once they finally came back, I think how they taught was going to be different from how they taught and interacted with the kids pre-COVID, because now they have to interact and deal with kids that never dealt with computers, and now that's all they know. They came kids that came into the education system where they spent the entire year on
A
On a
computer.
iPad
Yeah.
or a laptop.
so now the computer is just a main focus of how they teach.
Well, let me say this. I just found out today that Dallas Independent School District, which is the district that I'm employed with, um, they are pulling back the screen time.
Really.
Yes, they are going back to pencil and paper. They pulling back the screen time. Kids will no longer be on. And I've been in some, as a substitute teacher. I've been in classrooms where those teachers barely pull out those iPads and those laptops, and I applaud them for that. But no more than 2 hours. No more than 2 hours a day, and I think it should be no more than 2 hours a week. If they, because they are mandatory 30 minutes a day. I think of I don't even think it's 30 minutes. But it's some iReady time is mandatory, which is the system they use to do some of the testing and assessing. But I think it should be 2 hours a week. I think it should be 2 hours a week.
Yeah.
That's it. But Dallas ISD is pulling back the screens. So I applaud them for that.
That's
Shit,
very,
do.
yeah, that's,
I do.
I-
I think sometimes you got to get back to basics.
yeah.
And I think they seeing that. It's time to get back. You gotta do something because you got ooh,
you have a generation of kids that can't read
and
and
it's
can't
scary.
spell, and
Right. And it's
they
scary.
can't do anything without
Without a screen or a computer or
Right.
ChatGPT
Yep.
and everything else. They are dependent.
they don't even go like even just socially. Like I remember, like I was just sitting here when we was talking, just listening. Like we had to get in small groups in our classes, and like
Yeah.
okay, y'all, everybody at this table, y'all are a group, and
Yeah.
that table and this table, you had to work together, and you don't have to work together when you just got an iPad. You
Right.
just
By yourself.
sitting there doing whatever. So your social skills ain't even there.
Yep.
Like that's different. I couldn't even imagine growing up like that.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't.
That's what took the most hit.
What?
The social.
The social, yeah, like
social aspect of it.
But we was already headed that way anyway. When I think about like AI right now, and I was so against AI, like, oh my goodness. All I kept thinking about was iRobot with Will Smith. This stuff just taking over. But when I really thought about it, I'm like, they've been conditioning us with Siri and Alexa for the last 10
20,
years.
10, 15 years.
Since 2006, when the first iPhone dropped, and they had Hey Siri,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying with Siri.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Siri and Alexa. Yeah.
something that'll talk to you, and it'll go in and make and all it, especially old school Siri. If it's just removing one step, it'll call somebody for you, so you
Yeah.
don't gotta scroll.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But then it was two steps. Then it'll do it for you, and it's like, oh, okay.
Mhm.
Right.
So now you got people, a generation, dependent on
Siri and anything else.
Yeah.
People don't even know each other's phone numbers no more.
Right.
Like they just put it in their phone. Hey, Google, call such and so.
I was mad the other day when I had to. I was filling out some paperwork, and I thought I knew his number because at least he's been had his for a long time. I thought I knew it and was wrong on that. I knew I didn't know yours, and I made a point, a mental note. Remember Courtney's phone number.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that makes no sense. Like remember remember it.
Yeah.
Remember, so that's my homework. I'm gonna remember you an honest number. I gotta get it by heart. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like the fact that I don't know it.
Yeah.
You know? So
It's like that. It's just different now.
okay, y'all. So this was good. I appreciate y'all getting on here with me.
Appreciate you having us.
Everybody. You have met my
Appreciate you,
two good
Tess.
eggs and my
Being open minded, sir.
my wedding gift. I don't know if that's what I want to call it. A wedding gift.
That's clean.
Yeah. So my daughter
Of
and
course
I.
you do.
So I'm gonna get out of here. We're gonna get out of here. It's your girl Lady B with a recorded episode of A Long Walk in High Heels. And I'm gonna title this one
Family business.
A Family Affair.
Oh.
My two good
Peace and love. Peace and love.
Peace and love.